Here we go.
All right, we back with another episode of RealLyfe Joker, man. We got Bishop Eli and Cam guy in the building, man. Introduce yourselves if you don't mind.
Hey, y'all already know what it is. Jam Business Cam God.
I'm Bishop Eli Jake, the pastor that always keep it real.
Man, come on. And right now, we're just having a conversation about things that's going on out here in the ethersphere. And we were just talking off camera, and we were about to bring it up. We were speaking about what's going on in L.A. You know, as far as, Trump, the Hispanics are tired of Trump deporting their people. I mean, they were saying people is in drive-through lines getting picked up. I mean, they going to school, grabbing kids after school. They doing mass roundups.
They going to Home Depot.
They going. If you ever,
No, everybody. All
Home
the Spanish at the Home Depot.
Y'all where they be at. And it was one lady who she said she was doing it the right way. She was trying to go through it legally. She was already over here, but she's trying to go through legally to get her citizenship. And they still sent her out, hey, kids still at home. She had one up there just for a meeting to go through the process of getting it done illegally. They said, now you got to go back. And I heard they dropping them off anywhere. Countries they ain't even from. They're like, you in
Nah, they dropping them. I think they dropped them somewhere. One of the worst. Hold on, let me look that up real quick because one of the.
That's crazy.
Give me a take on that as far as.
Man, I'm just be real, Joker. Say out here, man, life is we at a place right now. It's almost a live and die situation. And I feel compassion for the Spanish, you know what I'm saying? And, Trump, I used to tell people, I like some of the decisions that he made over the woman president, but at the same time, that don't mean I'm a Trump fan. I'm just for what's right fan. And, but to do the things that's going on now, I told my church one day, I said, there's gonna be a time this season, I told them this year, people gonna be afraid to go outside and because things that's gonna hit America. I said this. And so I think it's totally scary when you take a man and put him in a situation or a person, a woman, and they feel like they have nothing to live for. You know what I'm saying? And sharing, that's the thing. When you put a person in that situation, I know people gonna say, well, they don't belong over here, how they got over here. People gonna say a whole lot of stuff. Nobody got it all together. And I was at a point I said, well, if you in this country, you know what I'm saying, people say the Mexican taking over, they own everything. And just be real, a lot of blacks you can hate, a lot of them don't want to work. Let's keep it real, you know what I'm saying? You can't hate, because, you feel like you done got your, and they appreciate where they're at, because when you come from the pit and you get over here, it's paradise. So when you take a man's paradise from him, then you make them feel like you're trying to put them back in hell. Some people want to die before they go back to hell. So I see that it's finna get bad. It's finna get worse. Why? Because Trump is, y'all know Trump is a lunatic, and he make up his mind and ego. If he turned against his homeboy, that means Trump. This is Ace. This is boy, and he went against his boy. So anybody think like Trump ain't playing no game. So if he not playing no game, people already know that Trump live off his ego and his pride. And if he say he gonna do something and y'all tell him he ain't gonna do it, then he gonna say, I'm gonna show you, And so
let me get your take on it, because like Eli's saying, like these families, these folks we built America back in the 400 years ago. But really,
they building
it now.
Come on, John. Yeah, they building it now. You don't get your spending better. Go to Home Depot.
Come on, man. They go to Home Depot. What's your thoughts when they feel like, man, some of them may be here legally, but they're here doing it the right way. They're just trying to work.
I mean, shoot. And a place called also the prison, so I ain't forgot. It's called El Salvador. El Salvador. They take them to that's one of the worst. I'm talking about, they go in there, they got like no beds, no nothing. They just got them in some rooms and they put all the gangs, all the goddamn MS-13, all the gangs like
out there. He had a low violation.
Yeah.
He got put on the bus to go to El Salvador. He's like, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And they
took a college, they took a student there as well. But he was legal.
He was
and they weren't trying, but the thing was they weren't trying to bring him back.
Well, here's the thing. They know they can get, when you grabbing people and snatching them off the street, you don't know who's who. You don't know who you done left at home. You know if a child there can't feed themselves. I mean, well, they shouldn't leave them that young. But you don't know, that 13-year-old, that 12-year-old, mom and dad don't show up. You know what I'm saying?
And so then that answers your question, which you asked me about what is my thoughts on it. I mean, hey, you snatching up people's mamas, childs. They don't know what the hell going on. They don't know where. You thinking your child at school.
At school.
But how do
next thing you know, they didn't got snatched up.
Joker,
Your
how
wife.
do you deal with it though?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
How can you deal with it?
Even if they doing that, what is a way to get people you feel like don't supposed to be over here?
But they need to understand. This is the only thing I can say as far as in that. And it's the only way it could be. I mean, if you know what's popping, if you already know what's going on, stay out the motherfucking way. I don't give and just keeping it real. If I'm not, bro, if I'm on the fucking run, if I'm on the goddamn run, I'm gonna keep it low.
No, so
I'm going to be low key. You're not going to know shit.
The question, you're supposed to be able to work, but the moment you commit a crime, that's when I feel like, yes, you can get deported.
Man,
the moment you commit a crime,
hold on.
you're not legal. Now we gotta send you back.
You're here what? Illegally. You know you here illegally.
Bro, they been here. They been here.
Well, let me let me goddamn stay the fuck out the way.
You got a good point.
I gotta stay, nigga. This is what it is.
They hear this one.
You gotta live underground.
This is how I look at it. Illegally, listen to the word. They illegally here. Let's be honest. They feel like if you illegal here, you break the law. It's illegal. So they feel like you already broke the law. So Trump feel like you ain't supposed to be over here. I got that.
If I'm a felon,
you're a felon.
If I'm a felon, I can't do shit.
That's right.
It's a whole bunch of rights that's already taken.
Let's do it this way. It's no right and wrong in this situation. I'm just being honest. I think you can't take case by case. So what they're doing, they just feel like if I just grab everybody, get them off over here, and if you legally come back and you got the right paperwork, then you get back over here. I don't agree with that. But I think that what they should do, this is me, man, this is rough.
What you gonna do?
And then watch this here. You
deport me. I'll be honest with you. Deport me.
I'm talking about we got the
get me the fuck out of here. Take me back. Well, you're not gonna take me back to Africa.
Bricks at police officers now. Y'all gotta look at this here, man. This stuff getting crazy.
Why? So the question is this:
they getting gangster
what
too
is the
now.
difference between a peaceful protest? Because a lot of people are arguing, no, we're peacefully protesting. But then you see images of bricks being thrown at police officers.
That's not peaceful.
Yeah, so
y'all can cover that up.
Can one bad apple ruin it for the whole bunch though? Like,
yeah, but I see more than one
throw a brick.
But they ain't like that. I see a couple people throwing bricks.
I mean, this is how I feel. This is how I feel, and I've always felt about protesting. I've been to protests and I don't mind going to them.
Me and Dominique
to take pictures to capture the history or the moment of that situation. However, if I'm to me it's bullshit anyway. What are you protesting? Who are you talking to? Because it's not. It's where who ain't shit gonna change.
Nothing's gonna change with a peaceful.
They already still look. These white folks already got in their motherfucking mind what the fuck they come to do and what they gonna do. They following Trump. These white folks is about war. This has been generations. This is what they about. America spends trillions and trillions more than any other country on just the military. That's where the money goes. Straight to the motherfucking military.
Do y'all think other races will come with them? What? How do we look at that?
What you mean other races come with them?
I'm saying, should the blacks go stand out with them? The whites should stand out with them? What y'all think?
I mean, in that situation, if you got people or family that's already in there, cool. But I mean, standing, it's the protesting because shit ain't gonna change. All right, what y'all want them? What the thing is, they want get out of California. We want ICE out of California. We want the military out of California. We want the National Guard, the Marines out of California, and we'll stop doing this. So that means that they're not going to go ahead and grab deport whoever we need to deport.
Well, to answer
them motherfuckers don't give a damn.
The government going against Trump too. This kind of confused. Yeah, the government is going against them. So now they're gonna feel like we ain't doing nothing wrong. Even the government behind us.
Yeah, to answer your question, no, I feel like that's their fight. Illegal immigration is more of a Hispanic fight. We don't have that.
We don't. That's
we look. Black people in America look for our identity. We want our.
We still trying to get our 40 acres and a mule.
Y'all play too much 40 acres.
Yeah, we want that 40 acres.
I want my land.
So
y'all ain't getting it.
We about to go fight for
you ain't got it.
But this is the only way it can happen. And shit, I hope motherfuckers don't. This shit don't go viral. How I say it. If you gonna go for it, you gotta. If you gonna fight, you gonna fight. What I see the protesters doing and everything, they're got their signs up and they talking to the police. These motherfuckers don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They not gonna stop. It's just okay. You talking. You got to start doing. What I feel as far as for black people,
Does that make you listen?
Huh?
No, but a brick come here.
When the brick come here, they come shoot. They don't give a damn. They shooting at reporters.
I know, but you hear the police with a, I'm gonna be honest. Y'all, you assaulting police.
Yeah, that's wild.
It take them to another level. You can't blame Trump. You can't blame Trump for calling the National Guard.
Is assaulting a police vehicle the same as assaulting a police officer? Is that like the same crime?
It's like what?
Yeah.
Assaulting a vehicle, like throwing a brick.
It's property. It's property.
But they say
it's property.
Shouldn't be. You shouldn't shoot nobody for hitting a property, material.
But they say feel like a threat. But this what I feel.
No, hitting a dog.
Ain't nobody
hitting the canine is like hitting an officer.
Yeah.
You hit a canine, that's officer.
They'll shoot you.
Yeah, they'll
this what I also think about. Don't nobody speak or no one is even thinking about the people that's working. Out there in the streets, in the buildings that's being terrorized, being ransacked, and also, but even if they protesting, man, you stopping people from work, you stopping people from getting their money.
That's what you're supposed to do. Disruption. You're supposed to cause disruption in the system. Because ain't nobody watching, ain't nobody listening. So you're supposed to be like, the reason you go on the highway and block the highway, because yes, you're right. Now you can't get to work. You're supposed to be like, what's going on?
All right,
find out what's going on.
Yeah,
ain't nobody about to cross the 405 or the 101. We shut it down.
All right, we shutting it down. And then
what?
And then we doing what?
Make some folks late. So the question is,
and it'd probably be a good excuse. You know what I mean? Hey, can I give them a time? They had traffic rule. We got you. But then they going over people's CVS, going to all these people's jobs that's on. You know what I'm saying? Out there.
But so Trump does send the National Guard. He doesn't get the governor's approval, mind you. The U.S. is ran by the state runs its own country. And the federal system is the big daddy. But Trump to send California's National Guard and not get the governor's approval for it. So they mind you, they were sleeping outside because the governor said, I didn't even okay this.
Yeah.
We're supposed to set up like a tents and militia talk. We're supposed to talk about it from the federal side and the state side.
Make a judgment.
Trump skipped the state side and said, damn the governor, he'll fall in line.
So they'll let you know how far this dude will go.
No.
This let you,
lunatic. Trump ain't trying to hit. Listen, Trump feel like he God. That just be honest.
Listen,
he feel like he
soon as they got them, because what they got, private prisons and contract Marines and contract, once them is loose, once they are loose on the street, then what you gonna do? Because I feel like if you gonna go, you gonna go all the way. That's the only time I'm even going. I don't even speak on this type of shit because I know how my mindset is already built. You stay on survival mode. I don't give a fuck how I get. I come in here, these are the same fucking clothes I shoot in. I stay ready. You know what I mean? So you gotta be wherever, you gotta leave everything at that motherfucker. You gonna have to fuck the food, fuck everything. You already gotta be ready and prepared. If motherfuckers in Mexico or in California or say they just shut everything down. Now you can't get no food. Now you can't get no gas. Now they can't get this because now y'all starting a whole goddamn war.
Let me tell you something though. This on the biblical side. This on the pastor side. I'm just gonna be honest. I feel sorry for everybody. This situation is a trying situation. It's hurtful. Because kids involved is hurtful, because somebody could be married to somebody that's Hispanic. So we got to look at it that way. But you got to understand the mindset that Trump in. You got to look at how he feel about, hey, I said that I'm going to deport anybody that's illegal over here. He feel like he's staying with the program. Now.
So from a biblical side, he's looking at ripping families apart. Like he has to say, this is going to rip families apart. Husbands will be ripped from wives. Wives will be taken from
He don't see it like that. But he don't. Yeah, it happened. But he don't see it like that. He feel like, hey, you done broke the law. This how he think. You breaking the law, and you got a lot of other people don't just think like that. Right. Trump just bold enough to say it. You got a lot of Caucasian people think like that.
Yes.
You got a lot of blacks think like that.
Yes.
Now, I don't know about Spanish, but you got other race think like that. Now watch this here. Here's the seriousness of it. It finna go from state to state. It finna go from city to city. This is just the beginning of sorrow. And what we got to be prepared for is this here. How do we deal with it as a people? Man, it's finna get to a point to where people gonna get suicidal, man. People,
it's already people are already enough suicides. 444,628 at least suicides right now in just 2025.
Now, so imagine you never been to Africa and find out that you was illegal. Your mama got you over here. She had you somewhere else and you were illegal. And they said, you're going to put you on a boat and send you back to Africa. Would you even know what to do once you land?
I don't know.
Would you even know
I've
what
been
to
over
do?
here. I wouldn't know what to do. I feel like a human thrown in the jungle, you know. And they at that point.
I done that. I done lived that before.
That's what they go through, though.
Them folks at that point.
So long that they like, I don't know what
They're at that point to where they ready to go all the way in. But at the same time, Trump ain't going to buy down. I'm telling y'all. Trump ain't finna buy down. Only way they going to stop that, they're going to get rid of Trump. I'm telling you.
Trump is offering people to voluntarily deport themselves. He's saying, we don't have to come pick you up. We're
But you getting up out of here.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying, though.
Actively leave. And you don't have to worry about nobody sneaking up on you in the drive-thru and saying, ain't nobody knocking on your door. So would y'all actively leave if Trump is saying, I'm giving you a way out? You don't got to go through this ugly process.
They how much they say they gave him $1,000 so they can get $1,000.
Well, now they giving people $1,000 to reports. They giving people.
I thought they was giving you $1,000
to get out.
Like, yeah.
Okay, you're right. $1,000 to get up out.
Yeah.
And you
just drop off wherever you want to go to.
You want to go.
Yeah.
Can y'all see people taking advantage of that?
I
Versus
would.
Okay, now that's why I'm dropping them anyway. Because if I'm giving you $1,000,
I can make it happen.
So if you really want to go to the right place, let me give you $1,000 and go. But you got to go. And so now that's why they drop them anywhere, because they're trying to buck the system. I'm just being honest, but the president done laid out. So that's the reason why it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I don't like it. It's live. I'm not looking at colors. I'm not looking at Spanish, black, white. I'm looking at humankind. And so only thing I can say, man, it ain't no good in war. There's no peace in war. It's always somebody gonna come up short-handed. And so everybody can voice their opinion. Trump could be wrong, he could be right. And some people outside he right, and some people outside he wrong. And especially the Trump haters, they're going out of there to say anything Trump do is wrong. But I just think that, man, it's just, I could only turn to God in a situation like this. He said, my people which are called by my name, they humble themselves, turn from their evil way. He said, I will heal the land. So I think this is a God situation. I think that...
but when it comes to God, I always look at the Crusades. When you're fighting for something, who's right when slaughter is involved? Like when you're protesting. Mind you, protesting got a little violent.
Yeah,
not to the point where lives is lost. But when you're fighting for what you feel is right, and the other side is fighting for what they feel is right, who's right when it comes to God looking down? And it goes back to the Crusades. Like you're fighting for ideology. You're fighting for what I believe is stronger than what you believe. Therefore, you have to fall into my beliefs.
Well, what the system say? Obey the law of the land. That's the only way we can go to, y'all. We got to go by the law of the land. If that's the law of the land, then we can't go against the law of the land because that's the law. You know, even if it was my family, the law of the land say what it say, mean what it mean, and it is what it is. Even if we say, look at my condition, it don't change the law. Okay, I robbed the store because I'm hungry. I robbed the bank because, hey, my kids need something to eat. It doesn't change the law. You can't rob the bank. My kid got cancer and they don't have medical insurance, and I did that. Yes, I understand your daughter's situation, but you still robbed the bank. You know, so, you know, it just, some people would say, even with the young man, I hate this joke, I don't know if it's right to throw this in there. The young man that killed the police, everybody got a pain. Man, I love the brother. You know, say if he done it, whatever. I love for him feeling the way he feel about his son, because somebody take my son, I'm going to be like, God, I know I love you, Jesus. I know I believe you saved me.
You know
Thank
story,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Ran over the police. The kid got shot. and then the guy ran. But here's the problem: the guy ran over just a random officer.
He didn't kill the after. Yeah.
That was my only problem. Like
the only problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
You know, you took my baby. Okay, now watch this. You took my baby. Watch this out. Oh, that is like situation like that. This will trigger them out. This is what people don't see. You kill my baby, then you try to hide and say my baby had a gun.
Yeah.
And now you just gunned him down. Oh, he should have been in the stolen car. I don't care. So you can kill my child because he's in the stolen car? Okay. Or he ran from the police. No, y'all made a mistake and you didn't want to live up to it. You might have panicked. You got to own up to it. You made a mistake. So nobody see what this man going through in his mind. Everybody looking at he killed an officer. Yes, that's wrong. The wrong officer. Some people will say, why you didn't get the one that did it? He might have didn't know who done it. They might not can't get up on it. So he might have failed. Then, watch this here. I think he lost it. Let me tell you why. Because he would have waited. If he had waited till he find out the officer that done it, then he would have been caught with murder, premeditated. Yeah. He snapped. I'm going to tell you why he snapped. He just saw police. I want revenge. You took my baby. So it showed that he lost. He went temporarily insane. And so you took his baby. I'm going to tell y'all something. Nobody know what a person do till you get in their shoe. Yeah. I'm a pastor and I love God. And I ain't out here pretend to be. I'm doing everything I can. I don't even know what I do if somebody take my baby. I'm gonna be honest, man. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit up here and play like I'm so super safe in that way. And then you try to hide.
Accountability,
no accountability. And you tell me to get out of here. You know, hey man, let me see the tape, man. Let me see what y'all did to my baby. He thinking that nobody ain't gonna do nothing because he looking at through the system. Police always get away. So he felt like as a father, if I don't step up and do nothing, I feel like a less of a man. Yeah. And then he walked in. I'm gonna be honest, man. He walked like a G through there, man. I'm gonna be honest.
He walked like a G. They all looked at him.
I'm be honest. Hey man, he walked in like.
And they all looking at him like.
And then he did like this here, Joker. You ain't catch it. He looking at it. I'm letting you know, hey man, you took my baby. And I ain't listen.
That will help him in court.
Listen, this is why he looking like. He like, you took my baby. Yeah, I did that, man. Yeah,
but see, that's what I'm saying.
He look at it like I do it again.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying right there. Something your consequences. If I'm gonna do something already deserves or it comes with a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Behind it, it's a consequence. So just like we talking about the riots or whatever, you know what I mean? Out there, if I'm gonna go. It's consequences behind everything. So I feel as if they can now, if they gonna riot, because that's basically what they doing now. This ain't even no protesting. This is straight rioting. So, well, I mean, some of them
disturbing the peace.
Some of them going and they trying to say they doing their little protest.
We got to put their toots in it. Why we get it?
Because we didn't have it. We didn't have
it. We trying to act like LA. Why Dallas always got to build the show? Come on, man. I'm trying to have a good summer.
Yeah,
I was around with the LA.
And I just left from LA.
Yeah, LA.
You know what I mean? In Vegas. I just left from out of there.
I'm glad you got out of there.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Because what happened with the LA riots got OJ off. They said we don't want another LA riot. Because when Rodney King got beat and the police officer walked, they burnt the city down.
Yeah. Okay.
So when OJ went up a year later, they're like, all right, he got found out guilty because they knew. We don't want another LA riot. We're going to give y'all this.
And they go to acting up down there, man. I went to California. I told you, I know how they think, man. They act up. It's the mindset, the system they in. But I tell you, man, it's finna get rally and bally. We need to say, it is what it is.
So,
but see, that's a difference I feel. I think also with us protesting or us or Mexicans out there protesting, you see that at the same time they throwing their flags up. You know, this stolen land.
I feel weird when I say that flag. I mean, are you trying to go back? I don't see nobody throwing an African flag. American flag. George Floyd. So when I see them,
you saying something now, Joe. Joe, you saying something. Nobody paying attention to the flag. Now I'm saying you waving the American flag, but you kind of set tripping right now. You know what I'm saying? You throwing that flag up, but you know it's a balance, man. You know,
I mean, if you feel
the whole situation,
they passionate and they fighting for it and everything like that. And I get it, but if y'all gonna fight and go out there and goddamn me go all the way in, ain't no we gonna throw rock. If you gonna do it. Don't throw rocks and hide your hands. If you gonna go out there and fight them, fight. And then some of them, like I'm watching videos. I watch this. I'm watching the whole thing, and I'm seeing people throwing rocks, fighting with them, and then I see them getting arrested, and then I see them talking to people. I didn't even do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Stick. If y'all gonna all fight. If y'all gonna do that, do it.
That's glad that this happened to the Spanish community. And these black guys that's lazy, that don't mean you gonna get a job. You just lazy. Stop talking about they need to get rid of these Mexicans because there ain't no job. No. You need to work.
Nah, it's money out here.
I'm gonna keep it real. He gonna work. Every time I deal with a brother, if they fix my car, they don't want to stand up behind their work.
Yeah.
You get them to change the sheetrock. You get them the bill. They gonna set up and say, my sister got sick and you got to catch me through, like they doing you a favor.
Yeah.
Spanish, they gonna bring their kid. They gonna eat their food, their tacos over there, turn in the music, dun 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 dun, and they gonna be handling their business. So nobody want to keep real. So don't think because they getting rid of the Spanish that your life gonna get better.
Yeah.
No, brother, you need to work. There's plenty of work. You need to stop being lazy. And I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I like about Spanish culture, I'm just gonna be real. I like how they stick together, man.
That's what I was gonna say.
I love
especially if you go to prison or go to jail. Shit,
they stick together.
Yeah.
Enemy necessary, man. Just imagine if black.
I wish we had that.
Listen, just like that brother that's behind that little, he stood up for his son. That's something, man. We got to stick together. That's something. Example. And I'm just, man, even, you call yourself a Christian, you stick together. It's just so many segregation. People say one thing with their mouth and do another thing. One thing I can say about the Spanish culture, man, they're not only willing to live together, they willing to die together, man.
Yeah.
They have a system that they believe in, man. We ain't going out like that. And so I told Trump, I'm telling Trump, get Riley, it's finna get body. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you ain't been down, they ain't gonna be down. So let's see how it turned out. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see what the end gonna be.
All right, one other thing I want to speak on was there's a situation, and I don't know if y'all know about it, but I'm gonna bring y'all up to speed, where a YouTuber was shot in Vegas.
Yeah. And his girls, right?
And his wife was shot.
Yeah,
so what happened is
just
YouTubers were beefing online on YouTube about channels and getting strikes on each other. So one of the YouTubers, a Mexican man, went out looking for the black man who was a YouTuber as well, and he went out on the Las Vegas Strip in front of Bellagio, walked by, saw him, and just in plain sight gunned him down. His wife intervened, saying, "Why you doing that? Why you doing that?" And
that's what happened before he shot. So that's what I was looking at with her jumping.
Yeah, he went in and shot her too. So it goes back to what you were saying earlier, where when someone is acting tough. Because mind you, they was online.
Come on, Joe.
They was online talking. He was acting tough online. But he actually went through the whole ordeal to end the man's life based on just having a conversation. So the question I have for y'all is, at what point do you take a threat serious? When someone's online saying, "I do this or that to you," most people think it's all jokes and it's all games. But some people really have resolve.
Can I say something, man? Please. Like, I heard Charles White, I'm gonna use him. He said something. Charles White went to a neighborhood, man, and he was standing on a four-wheeler. Yeah, that thing was crystal in blood. And he said, "We gonna all die tonight." I'm like, this dude.
You talking about the car wash? You talking about Fort Worth?
Yeah, Fort Worth.
Yeah. But they, yeah.
But hold up, you talking about everybody? Y'all gangster. He said, "I don't care if the camera, I don't care if the police right there. You a gangster, you're a gangster. It ain't no time when the gangsters turn the lights on, turn it off. Watch it.
Right, they pull that 24/7.
Yeah, 24/7. You're a gangster, you're a gangster. Here's the problem I see in all of this. I don't underestimate no man. Let me tell you why. Because I seen gay dudes in prison. You check their track record, they done shot and killed somebody. You don't have to be tough to shoot a pistol.
Yeah.
Your pride will make you do anything, man. Your ego will make you do anything. Man, let me tell you something. So a man thinks, so is he. If you keep thinking and telling yourself, man, I'm gonna show you, you done pump yourself up. That's why you gotta watch what kind of music you I don't know about y'all. I used to listen to that Ghetto Boy, I'm pushing box on the block, I'm never broke, man. I'm ready to go get some money, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you listen to some blues, I'm thinking about who done left me and why we ain't together, you know. Then you think about some hype music. Then you think about some church music. You want to get spiritual. You see what I'm saying? So you got to watch what feeds your mind. Watch your anybody that underestimate another man, you's a fool. If you threaten me, even if you ain't serious, I'm going to treat it like you serious. Why? Because I don't know what you think. The Bible said the mind is deceitful and wicked. Who can know it? You don't know what you won't do or what you will do. So I don't take that. If I had saw that Joker, I'm just being honest, and I see him coming towards me and I'm with my wife, I don't know what you're thinking. You see what I'm saying? Then some people, you never know what they're going through. Then let me tell you, some feel like, hey, man, I'm going to show you. But the dude that did that killing, oh, he going to regret it. It sounds good. Now, you know, he done did that. Wait till he get up and behind them. Man, he going to be like crying.
Like, was it all worth it for you to take for a bunch of online bickering? Got you to sit up the way.
That's what they do. Everybody gangster. I keep telling you, everybody tough, man. Yeah. It ain't everybody tough. White boy, Chinese, Japanese, everything. Everybody
tough. It's tough.
I hate to let folk walk around with guns.
Having a gun tough though. Man, it's not even personal.
Everybody tough. Even pastors got guns. Y'all play too much. Everybody a gangster now. Everybody. So I hate that they lie. Everybody carry guns now because I don't know if I told Joker. I was going through Walmart. And I was trying to get on the other side. White guy, he blocked. Hey, no. I ain't never seen no white guy get this tough for me. I'm being honest. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm just trying to go. And I said, oh, he got to have a pistol. You know what I'm saying? He got to have a gun. He talking that tough, you know. So I realized, I said, now, we gonna be real about it. Even the YouTube dude, he took it so far to where he done got online and somebody gonna say, well, you said all this, now it's recorded. You ain't do nothing. So he felt like he had to do something. But let me tell you something, right now though, it sounds good. You can impress people, but all the people you trying to impress, you gotta remember, them ain't gonna be the people that's gonna help you when you get that time, when you lose everything. So I think that he made a move. That's why I remember I told y'all earlier, you can't underestimate, man. You never know what a man do. I don't underestimate people.
I think social media hypes that up.
I don't do that.
I mean, you on social media a lot.
Yeah,
so
you rap about it. You might be about it.
You put it out there. You feel like you got like
that's what I was waiting. So let me speak on what you had said.
You might be about it.
The thoughts that I have, I look at everything spiritually. I look at everything my whole life. Every move I make is spiritual, and if you look at it, Satan, and that's what it is, either God or Satan. You know what I mean? You listen to spirits or demons, whatever it is. When you arguing back and forth with someone, and I feel as if that energy is right there, that's already negative. Yeah. That's already some spirit or something is trying to get me to take me outside of myself. That's why you don't see me outside no club. What's the point of me going to a club? Only thing I'm be drinking, either trying to find some hoes to fuck on and drinking and doing whatever, but then I'm gonna be driving. Then I'm gonna be out and about. Yeah, all regretful. So then I'm going back and forth with you. Once it's either a threat, I take that seriously. I gotta remove myself from the situation. Hey, we on that type of time. Now, as I move and I'm with my woman, that's why I feel, and that's let me go on, because when you was asking about it, because I seen it. When you shared that, she had got in his face first.
Yes.
She got in the killer. When I saw the video, it was on. I seen the killer move. I seen her get right there in his face talking to him. Now, that's why I'm always like with women, stay to the side, be on point, because I have to be focused on what's going on. Man. But I don't know if she enticed that situation, but that's why when men say, I'm not trying to control you or make you move, I'm trying to show you how to be open and understand what the fuck is going on. Because you got to keep your head on a swivel at all times. And we in Vegas, man, Vegas ain't that motherfucking type of place. I don't understand why people even bring their children up there, first off, because it's crazy. When I say it goes down, it goes down. But listen,
hand you a card with some naked.
Man, listen to me. It goes down. But let me share this. So when I don't know if she antagonized for him or if he was already premeditated to do it.
He was already premeditated.
But shit, if she was in his face talking shit, then I guess he just had to, instead of me going after her at first, he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go after him.
He went after him. But mind you, she went back to the camera to turn it off. She had time to run away. she went back in front of him, and therefore he executed her.
Well, he thinks it's a game. She thinks it's a game. Now, Joe, I told y'all this before. This happened to me, man. I was going in the gas station. Now, you got to, let's keep it real. I know the pastor's going to judge me for this, and you're going to have worldly folk. They're going to say, because I'm real, and this is not my life, but they're going to judge me, so I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep it real. I was going to the gas station, man. The one car pulled up in front of me, and I'm, you got to know, I'm trying to get my gas. I'm rushed, but I beat this person, but I don't see this person. I don't see him at all. And so they felt like I cut in front of them. A girl came out, said, "Oh, my nigga. Oh, no, my nigga, you better move that car more." I said, "Hold on, little mama, hold on. Chill out. I said, chill out. I said, "What's going on?" "No, you skip up. Boom, 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 call me bees and everything." I said, okay. I said, hold up. I said, "Listen, baby, I pay for your gas. I'm a pastor." This is what I'm trying to tell him. That didn't mean nothing. Dude jump out. "Oh, my nigga, boom, boom, boom. I beat your boom, 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 up my face." Now, watch it. You got to think now.
He thought you was trying to slide down on his girl.
No, she wind him up. This is what these dudes that's not men that don't know how to tell your woman, chill out. Yeah. Hey, won't you chill out? Let me have it. But what he did, he let her wind him up. Yeah. And so he in my face, I'm talking about he in my face like this here, man. I'm nervous. I'm not nervous because I'm worried about him. Yeah. I'm nervous because I'm worried about me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he up in my face.
He don't even know. He up in my
face. I'm like this here. He up in my face like this here. "Hey, man, you wanna. I said, "Hey, man, chill out." I said, "Chill out, youngster." I said, "I ain't trying to do that." So he think I'm scared because I'm trying to plead with him. So I said, "Chill out, man. I'm asking, chill out."
And he go by your side.
I said, "No, listen. I catch him. Knock him out in the gas station."
Yeah.
His girl picking him up. I'm looking. You got to remember, I'm on parole. I'm trying to make sure I get in the car. But I'm trying to make sure nobody remember. They lined up record me. That's Pastor Eli. You know what I'm saying? We finna go viral.
Yeah, we don't need that.
I get in the car. I drove out. Don't get no gas or none of that. But I told the dude, I said, "Man, you don't know." I'm looking him in the eye. He ought to be able to tell I ain't scared. My eye ain't moving. I'm looking in your eye. "Hey, man, you don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You playing." Yeah. And so when I did, I feel bad about it. But then I told my church. I had to testify. I didn't tell who line to see me. I said, "Bishop, I messed up. Hey, person in my face, I had to drop her."
So wait, there's longer video of that. I don't quite blame the woman. I mean, that's in your situation, I blame the woman because she hyped that man up. In the YouTuber situation, I believe the woman was trying to prevent what already was going to happen regardless. Because walking down the strip with a pistol on you, looking for
he already looked.
But did she know she had? Because I think I wouldn't.
Man, I'm telling you,
nobody did what she did if she would have.
I think the dude shot because he thought in his mind. You got to remember, he might do what I would do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get him first.
Yeah, get the person first.
Get the person first.
You saw me, and there's already online beef. It's whoever the quick draw.
But they ain't have nothing.
I don't know. Regardless, not the situation. He was a dumbass for it because you done tricked yourself out the spot. Now you gone.
The black dude got his channel demonetized, and that means he cut off his money. So
took a little person. Like when I see you, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, right.
When I see you, wherever I see you, but if both of them from Vegas,
I think the other dude is not from Vegas. And see, the one dude is not from Vegas.
Where the shooter from?
He's from the Vegas.
I'm gonna tell you how he get a gun.
That's his. He got his page demonetized.
He got his page.
I mean, it don't justify him doing that, but you play with a nigga money.
He play with his.
You play with his.
Yeah, but that makes you shoot him though. But my God.
Mind you, shot him and his wife in the middle.
He's a menace.
Some motherfuckers look. All right, so look, all this YouTube
once you
shit.
One, you might as well. That's what they go. People like, I'm already done for.
He done anyway.
I already killed one.
Everybody gotta go. He
done anyway.
Luckily,
he retarded. He ain't supposed to be out on the street no way.
But see, that's how. But look, that's the mindset now, and I look at it too, as far as YouTube and streaming and everything like that. That's why I stay the fuck out the way. I do not. It's certain things I involve myself with, but then I be chill because these people mindsets. That the way even they're not. All right, so even with Kai Sinat, All right, so you see him at the BET Awards and everything like that. He's streaming, and I'm seeing that some people that was there kind of took it as an insult because he did not know who they was.
Correct.
Now, Kai is a person who is, I congratulations to the young man. He outside and everything, and he, in his room, all the time. He's doing what he's doing. And people come in, he's younger. So some people he may not know. But then that's a whole bunch of other people. This is how their lifestyle is now. They 24 hours in their house.
Making their money.
Streaming inside. They inside, which is cool. You know what I mean? They doing what they doing.
Yeah,
and they not tapping in. They don't even know what's going on in the outside world. That reminds me of the people who used to play RPG games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the multiverse and all that. They be in a house and stuff like that. I mean.
Do y'all know, if you think of something, please believe this. I don't care if this Joker, I don't care if it's you, man. Please understand this. You can't unestimate a man. Watch this here. I got to use what God say. So a man think. Y'all got to get that in your mind. So is he.
Yeah.
If I set up thinking about hurting somebody, I'm going to end up hurting somebody. If I think about doing this, so he already done exercised his mind and energy to go out and do what he was doing, man. I mean, when he see him, he's going, when I see you, I'm going to show you. So when you got to understand how Satan trick you, man. And so he trick you off the streets. And so that's why you got to be cool by your decision and what you do and how you handle yourself. Because you put in your belief system in your mind, you download it. When you see that dude, you're going to be like, oh, okay. I remember I told myself, when I see you. Then they put it on something, I put it on God. Everybody put everything on God. They don't even know God. And so, but you wire yourself up. And I just think he made a decision based on what's in the air every day, man. If you look at video, everybody's a gangster. I don't care who's into it with who. Everybody think they tough until you run across what y'all call that word? Ops.
Yeah.
Till you run across your ops. And now you in a situation where you're gonna have to fulfill what.
But some people forget. But some people forget this: that Vegas and California, they one of them cities. You know what I'm saying? They real life city. It go like the mindset.
Everybody.
What you say? The mindset is different.
They were brought up.
That's
that
everybody.
But that's everywhere.
I mean, shoot, you had New Orleans. It's a different type. It's a different type of place. DC, different type of place. Kansas City. Because each one of those has been murder capital of the world. You know what I mean?
I just think South Dallas was the worst place you can go to. But everybody got a hood and everybody got a gangster. I felt like South Dallas was like, it don't get no worse.
Known around the
right.
Like
known around the country, but it's a hood and it's some people doing the same thing we did in South Dallas. They doing the other city. South Dallas ain't the toughest place. I think every city is tough. Now, this is my belief. Yeah. I think that a white boy can be a gangster. A Chinese can be gangster. I think everybody can be a gangster these days. Females, you know why? Because everybody got a gun. Man, that gun make you think you tougher than Michael Jackson. You bad than LL Cool J. It think you bad. Everybody think they bad when they got a gun.
Well, what I was taught, grandparents used to tell me, it's gonna be a day in the streets where it's gonna be a white boy that's gonna spit in your face, and your life is either gonna be whether you gonna do something or not do something. And that could be your generation or your people. That, because of your, but can your pride, can you stand to the side and understand the situation that's going on? Or are you just gonna go ahead and rush out there and fight with no type of meaning of what you're gonna do, no plan of what's gonna happen? Okay, they shoot you down because they spit on my face. Now you dead.
Your pride, something.
Now you gone because you was like, man, I was standing up. All right, so now is the people gonna come out here and march for you? Or are they gonna tear the streets up for probably a week and then everybody go back and doing what they doing?
Come on.
Your pride.
So what's gonna happen in that situation? So that's the same situation where I see with the people that's in Vegas, the same thing with Mexico. It's about respect. So if you know how to respect, because like you say, people mindsets is with their ego, but if I can respect you, respect how you come in, you know what I'm saying? Just even when we was downstairs, I respect. And look, I don't know who people are at the same time, but I maneuver a certain way till the situation presents itself the way it's supposed to. You know what I mean? And that's how, because things nowadays have to be aligned. You can't go in front of everybody's face and just be talking, and that's why. And sometimes even with the women, that's why with old boy, you just want to be chitty chatty. Don't be coming and some women gonna be, I ain't gonna bring this. And I say women, I ain't say bitches.
Get killed for that.
You know what I mean? But if you just a chitty chatty ass motherfucker, don't come if you with me and you going somewhere, I'll share with certain women, hey, don't be, kind of like just talking and you don't know who you talk to. Allow me to introduce. And even when you a man and you have a friend that you done brought with you, just don't go on, hey, what's up with it? Hey, nigga, chill the fuck out.
It's called doing too much.
Let me introduce you.
How you deal with that?
You know what I mean?
And somebody, you got a belief system. The world's set up now. Everything you see is gangster. Everything you see is violent. And now you have a system that everybody feel like I got to show somebody that I'm this. And, and
that's some people.
And excuse me, I think there are some people who will use wisdom and not let you play them off the streets. I'm just being honest. I'll play you in the graveyard. But I'm being honest though, man. This life, I know this ain't church, but we live in the last days, man. I'm gonna have to say it, man.
Yeah, no,
we're living in a time where people don't even honor life anymore, and that's why I see it. I see that right now that, and because I think that way, I'm just being honest. I don't want nobody up on my family, man. I'm sorry. And I love people. I love God. I ain't in here for nothing but God. I love God. I love God because I know God saved me from my own self. So it took God to get me where I'm at. It took God to keep me from the street. It took God to make me who I am today. I don't care about what no preacher think about this or what I do. I do it because I know where God brought me from. So I don't judge people who made mistakes that I made. But I don't think I can tell them, man, don't get played off the streets like I did. Don't let your ego and pride cause you 15 years of your life, 30 years of your life. And so that's the only thing I can tell you. But at the same time, I ain't going to take you for, I'm not going to underestimate you. I don't play that. I ain't going to change. I don't care how saved I am. I'm not going to underestimate the man that's next to me.
Right.
I don't know what's on your mind. I don't know what you think.
Tall, small.
I'll kill you. I believe that.
And that's
I believe you.
And see, and people,
I believe you.
And then people don't realize too.
You said
they do this a lot nowadays. So motherfuckers right now, they just pulling out their gun and wave it. Well, I thought if you pull it, you're supposed to use it.
But they put some of them will use. Listen. You ain't got to put it. If you said, I believe you.
Yeah.
So I'm at a point in my life, I have to stay away from certain. I like what you said. There's some things I don't go by. There's some people I don't hang with. If I used to hang with dudes that love trouble. I don't do that no more. Why? Because you'll play me off the streets. I don't have to impress another man. All I ask you, this one thing. You can say whatever you want to say. It depends. But don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't put your hands on me, because in reality, I don't want a problem with you no way. But if you put your hand on me, I'm thinking you're trying to hurt me. I'm thinking you're trying to perform what you said out of your mouth. You see what I'm saying? Even if you don't mean it, man, you can't. In this time, it's not good to threaten nobody. Yeah. In this time. No. And so all these people that, they rapping like gangster. I've seen you two rappers, they finna box and they put money down. They trying to impress. But people don't know it's enough to fight for, it's enough to kill for. I don't know their rules, but that's my rules. That's how I believe. But those two guys, after they get through fighting, I don't care who they impress. I don't care what they trying to do. End of the day, everybody don't believe the same. You might believe we fight and shake hands.
Right.
I might believe you put your hand on me. Even if, hey, you gonna have to, your mama gonna be crying over you.
Yeah.
So it's a difference.
Yeah.
So when I.C.E say, if you scared, go to church, I'm scared. Yeah. That's why I went to church.
Yeah.
So I.C.E, you right. I am scared. That's why I'm going to church. Well, I ain't going to church because I'm scared of you. I'm going to church because I'm scared of what I might do. You see what I'm saying? So I want to go to church because it's going to keep me out of penitentiary. I like this here. It's going to keep me from going to that grade. It's going to keep me from you separating me from my kids. It's going to keep me where I can go to Jack in Box and order me a hamburger when I want to. Ain't got to wait on commissary. So I'm going to church because I'm scared that Satan trying to play me out of my life. That's why I go to church. Yes, I'm scared. I'm scared what I'm going to do to you. That's what I'm scared for.
Now, definitely. Last thing I have to ask, and again, we touched on topical things, man. This is going kind of, the world's talking about it. And I'm sure y'all haven't seen it, but Tyler Perry, of course, just put out a movie with Taraji P. Henson called Sprawl on Netflix.
We ain't talking about that. We watched it.
I ain't. You seen it?
I've seen it. Have everybody seen it? Okay. No, I've seen it. But what it's dealing with is dealing with a woman's a mental health, where she's a single mother. She's dealing with a lot of what a single mother deals with when it comes to raising a child. She has a daughter, dealing with the schools, a sickly child, medicine, dealing with a boss, dealing with hours at work. Because we're all fathers here.
Yeah.
And
it's almost Father's Day too.
Yeah, it's almost Father's Day too. I have to get y'all's take because Tyler Perry is trying to say that, no woman's in a worse position than a single black mother. I ain't gonna say single black female, but a single black mother without a father in her life. That's one of the hardest positions in American society. What would y'all say to that right there?
To the movie?
You saw the movie?
Yeah, I didn't see the movie.
I saw the movie.
Don't worry about the movie. That's what he's trying to portray.
Yeah. What's your mindset?
The movie's about mental health of the single.
A single black mother?
Yes.
Every mother in a single mental.
I mean, yeah, they got single. However, I think in the situation, salute the ones because it is hard. I understand the situation. Them having a child, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the babies by themselves, and they have to deal with it. However, I ain't trying to be where I'll be an asshole about the situation. But sometimes they put themselves in that situation. You know what I mean? Because I have baby mamas.
Yeah, you got baby mamas.
They know, and I spoke on this, and they've seen me speaking on my interviews, you know what I mean? One of them I had to leave because she was trying to knock what I was doing and to me to get to where I'm at. And now...
I honestly, I tell your story to a lot of people that somebody... I know, this is of course I was speaking to you, but somebody I know was dealing with a girl who didn't believe in his dream as much as she did, and almost made it a point to where you have to pick a choice,
right,
out of me and the baby or this dream.
Yeah,
and most people will try to chase that dream and not get nowhere. And you're one of those stories to where when I see you online, I just see what you're doing. I'm like, wow, he actually made a choice to say, no, I'm gonna stick to this. And I'm gonna show Ben. I can tell him. Mind your story's still being written.
Yeah.
But you open so many doors to where you're doing such legendary stuff that even when you're dead and gone, your stuff will live on as a legacy.
Right.
To where a child can be like, that's my dad.
Right.
And it's like crazy because a lot of people will say, I'm gonna just take care of the child and succumb my dreams.
Right.
And just end up being worse off than what he would have did if he would have just fought for it and got about the situation.
I'm gonna say a violation in relationship and dealing with kids. I saw the movie. It's very touching, but I can relate to it because my mama had to raise 6 kids by herself. She got 1 child. You do not deal the hand you play in life.
Right.
She did not deal that her baby's gonna be sick. She couldn't control the fact that she was not maybe educated enough. Went to college, get a good job, paying job, because she had to work 2 jobs. She wasn't on drugs, but she was behind. But in the movie, she felt like she always been alone. Nobody never helped her. Nobody gave her feel like a second chance. But I believe that all things work together for a reason. I know we can't see it in the movie. The part I didn't like, but I didn't write the movie. The baby died, and that
told me, but.
That hurt me. And watch this here. Then not only that, you got people at the bank, people just judging, don't even know why people do what they do. And making the assumption. Then you made it worse. Then she ran across a no good police, then hit her car. But all the stuff that happened to her, y'all got to watch. The Bible said that Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He shot so many things in one day out of her.
So many things in one day.
In one day, she lost her job. She didn't get to school. They took the kids from her, the baby from her. She had a wreck. Police threatened to kill her.
Yeah, police ready to kill her.
Yeah, and she just scared. Lost her car.
Evicted from the house.
Evicted from the furnace outside, being embarrassed. Now she at a point. Then I get to the bank. All I want to do is cash my check. I'm trying to cash my check, hoping that I get myself out the situation. And you won't even cash my check.
Just what Tyler Perry put in there.
Then you done set it up in one day. You done set it up like I'm trying to rob the bank. So she in a situation where she felt like she had no hope. But here's the turn in the movie that nobody see. So my wife asked, what you think about the movie? I see them tell me what her problem was. Y'all missed it. She thought that she had the ability to control her life. In the movie, nowhere she turned to God. Right. Nowhere in the movie. She didn't turn to God when she lost her car. She didn't turn to God when she got behind a bill. Anytime you think that you can fix your situation on your own, you already on
he didn't have that in there?
He didn't have nowhere. See, nobody else caught that. She never gave God the opportunity. She kept saying, nobody else help me. Nobody. Baby, you've been taught wrong. God
See, in those situations, I'd have been through all those situations, and he can announce for it. He can bear witness to it. Even when I told you, I said everything how I move or how I look at it is spiritual. You have to see the purpose in it, because if all these things is happening, it's about to be a blessing. It's about to come.
It's about to come. You know, I see it.
Because all this pain, if I'm feeling all this pain, all this hurt, it's going to turn to something.
And Satan trying to kill you before you get
to make it feel like it's bad.
Like it's over. And then,
this baby, new doors that's open. I just have to look at it different.
And one thing about God don't need to wait till everything get good for you to help you.
Yeah.
God can take a storm and snatch you out of it. God can take what's crooked and make it straight. God can take her situation. I don't care how she look at it. God could have took her situation and he can give her a peace of mind. He'll call somebody to bless her. But I think I looked at the movie. I said, the sad thing about this movie, she never turned to God. She never turned to the Lord. She thought, everything, I need to fix it. I need to do it. Baby, you don't have control. That's a young lady that might be looking at this show right here. In the same situation, you know how many mothers feel like I'm failing because I can't get my baby this shoes, I can't do this, but never turn to God. Never give God an opportunity to intervene in the situation. And I think that in mankind, I think that for me, you, everybody, one thing I learned, when you're in a situation where it seems like nobody can help you, you can't help yourself, your family can't help you, who do you turn to? You turn to the source. You turn to God.
And I think
God can't fix it, nobody can fix it.
I think Tyler Perry, because Tyler Perry's spiritual, he purposely left that out to show that mental health is real.
That's what his point.
That's what he wants. He wants to point out
you can snap.
Mental health, you can snap. That's how quick. Like you woke up today to go to work to pay your rent, and now you end up robbing a bank now. So I think what he's showing is that you can snap. Mental health is real, and you don't know what else someone else is going through.
You never know how they take.
You don't know if they're on there because the movie's called Straw, and it's
the last straw.
It's on her last straw.
Okay.
And so you don't know when you approach somebody if they're on the last straw or not.
But
straw, that ain't your last straw. That's just your belief system.
Yeah.
You think it's your last straw. Your last straw is when you try God. That's your last straw. And get out of you. But at the same time, if you look at the movie, watch this here. You had one woman over there being silly. You had another woman over here. She panicked. Oh, you just robbed the made up something other than it's a bomb in the thing. You gotta look at everybody. Perception is something else. Your perception can cause your life if you don't know God. And so, but in the story, one thing I learned in the story, man, you ain't the only one going through something in life, man. Remember that. Don't never think that your situation is somebody always worse than you. You got people in Africa, kids dying every day. By the second they die.
And I want to relate that to, especially, I don't want motherfuckers think I'm against as far as what they going in Mexico going to LA. But that's the same thing. You got the families that's out there. Only thing they come through, immigration or immigrants made up the whole state. Us, everybody. We didn't came through and made America what it is. Only thing they trying to do is, have a place to live, do what they need to do and survive and just be chill. And they going back to a whole nother place where motherfuckers is just, hey, you just getting snatched up. So the whole mindset of what we all go through is just being human. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's being taken out of everything. When we get locked up or they send us to jail, we're going to give him 44 years. Now he's 17 years old. Yeah, he done stole $55 worth of clothes out of
Neiman Marcus.
Neiman Marcus just stole a shirt. Oh, you know what? Give him 20. Give him 27. Like, what?
Football numbers.
Are you crazy? Like, and I never looked at and I hate to see this, but I speak on this all the time. I never look at the police or I never look at anybody, whatever type of stats or president. I never look at them like, oh, I'm supposed to have this fear. You know what I mean? I see you automatically when we talk. And I've said this to their face, and I've said it to their face. Y'all are nothing but the open enemy. regardless or not, because whatever you do is nothing for me. You don't help me. You help yourself and help whatever you feel is supposed to be right. You don't give a fuck if you pull me over and you already have in your mind that, oh, I got this in the car, but you automatically, because people already judge you before they see you. No matter what they did, they already gonna judge you.
That happened in the movie.
You know what I mean? They gonna already assume.
That's right. They already judge.
They don't know what type of person you are.
No, listen. In the movie Straw, she was, again, we spoiling it now, but in the movie Straw, she's like, all right, we already in it now. We already robbing the bank, so we here now. Okay, we here.
What? Damn, y'all telling me the whole damn movie.
No, it ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change nothing. You still gonna feel the vibe.
Watch it. But all she wanted was, now I want the police officer who harassed me, I want him fired. Now I do got demands.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what she doing. She looking at, he started her day out bad.
Yeah.
She
police had it.
and she felt like, okay, then you took my car. I'm already going through.
But the police was like, you probably don't have insurance.
Yeah.
He judged her just by looking at her old black woman in a dusty car.
See, what people got to understand and realize that I feel like everything that's supposed to happen is supposed to happen, and then how do you respond to it? How do you respond to the situation? It's chess. It's all a game. It's like a game.
It's Satan trying to take you out.
Exactly.
But you gotta look at it, man. Look at it. Y'all gotta get this though. When you get attacked on every side, remember when Satan come this way and come this way, you going out of one storm, going to another storm, and here's another storm chasing you. And when you get with all that in one day, you got to always remember, this is the time to stop, man. But nobody understands it. This is the time to say, hold up,
and go to sleep.
I'm at a point. Yeah, you wake up and still have a
stop and go to sleep.
This is the time where your fate have to speak for you. Your fate have to run in front of you. That's why if a person don't believe in something, he's already in a suicide situation. If men don't believe in God, he's already in a suicide situation. So,
because you don't believe in nothing.
No, you don't believe in nothing outside of you.
Yeah.
You didn't create yourself, so you ain't got the ability to save yourself. And so, but my point is this here. Life is at a point, and this is for all of us. Life is at a point, man, things gonna happen, man. It's how you deal with it when you're in it. It's not that you prevent stuff not to going to happen. Joe tried to stop his kids from going through this, and he went through this and went through that, but it's how you deal with situation when you're going through. But here's the thing. Stop looking for people to help you out your situation. That's the first thing we make a mistake. Every time you go through something, you look for somebody else to help you. It might work for some people and you got some help, but what if you ain't got no help? What if the mama that you thought was gonna let you come and live with her don't let you in? What if the daddy that done left you and he feel like the reason why I'm not helping because your mama don't want me no more, your mama put me out. Nobody, even in this story, nobody don't see this.
Nobody coming to save
I'm
you.
not, and a lot of men's gonna get mad at me when I say this here. I'm not cool with a man that make a baby and don't support it. I don't care if they put you on child support, man. That go for me too. It take two to make a baby.
You know, when Anthony Edwards just trying to pay off, hey, I'm gonna just pay her. Here's $20 million.
Man, I don't care about your money. You got people that it's something that money can't do for you. Money can't help me when I'm a daughter and this boy trying to get in my drawer. I need my daddy counseling in that. Money can't help me. I'm a boy going to school and these boys trying to pump me. Money can't help me when I'm going through school and I don't feel that, I'm important. That's something money can't buy. Money can't teach you how to be a man. Money can't teach you how to be a woman. So even if you pay the money or you don't, here's the thing, man. Man, it's nothing like showing people that you care. It's nothing like showing that daughter, you ain't got to sleep with no dude to pay your bill. You got your daddy here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do this. Your daddy got you. Hey, man.
But see, that fall in line when he was talking about the single moms, sometimes they be keeping the fathers away.
And they do that. They play them games. They say your dad a deadbeat dad.
And he's sending money. My dad, man, I ain't gonna lie.
They do that for the money.
I found my pop, look, I found my pops 2015. The first time I seen him was in 2016 on his birthday on December 6th. Me and my brothers, I just met them for the first time. and we went to, and it's all documented. Go to my Instagram all the way at the bottom. This is when I first started making videos, but I made them on my phone, you know what I mean? And I was on the run at that time. I was on the run. So I had just met my pops, spoke to him, was telling me about, I paid child support all the way till you was 18. I wasn't even living with my pops.
But your mama don't take.
I wanted, look, he tagged, look.
Some of these mamas be playing games.
Look, I'm telling you, on everything.
You want to keep, you don't want to keep my baby away from me because I don't want to be with you.
Yeah.
Now, some of you ladies that doing that, y'all wrong.
Man, I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep, that one, you start hearing people talk about, hey, talk to your father. Like, actually figure out what's going on, because sometimes even with my children, I'm spending the money. I'm sending it to them, even despite of, you ain't gonna never make no money. You ain't gonna never do nothing. Now I'm doing what I'm doing. And sometimes the situations to be where, I want to talk. You want me to talk to my child when she is doing things that you don't like.
Yeah.
So that's the only
you
time
want to bring my son to me when he's 15 out of control, but you won't let me get him. Now you
don't talk to the baby. Oh, you doing it. Hold on. How are you going to tell me how I'm going to share or speak to the child? Because they have one way from the mother's point of view, and then they have my point of view. You know, this is my child. There's no way that I'm going to do anything
they don't say
wrong.
that. They'll say, that's my baby.
Yeah.
You can't tell me how to raise my baby.
I share with my son's mother. I share with my son's mother. Hey, my son said this, whoop-de-whoop. No, he wouldn't speak like that. I'm sharing with you. That's what he said. Nah, he couldn't have said that. All right. Okay. I said, you sure you really go?
They so emotional. They don't never search out the whole situation. They just go off their feelings. But
that's the situations nowadays, and I feel like the white man, or I wouldn't, we always try to say the white man, but the system is already in place. When we had what's that when the man can't be in a home? They had Section 8. The food stamps and all these things.
We'll cut those off if the man is there.
Now, they already worked. They already won with us, because you know what I'm saying. With the thing that's cool with us, we cool with the entertainment.
Get it and come back with it.
We cool with everything that our society. But we can't stand up for shit.
But I'm not against that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not against that. If we give him food stamp, we getting your welfare. Section 8, and he staying there. That shouldn't be so, because that joker should be working. Beyond, you catch a guy living with a woman on Section 8 and food stamp, and he there 9 out of 10, he's a lazy joker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't agree. I agree with the system on that, because dudes will get comfortable. Hey man, we got food, the bill paid, I'm good. All I gotta do is just lay up with you and everything good. But so my thing.
No, we ain't talking about
It's a balance.
Trump said he about to stop that though.
Trump finna make it hard. Trump finna make everybody
cut it all off.
Trump
finna make everybody
2 years now to get your life right. You got 2 years.
Man, listen. It's gonna be a lot of women on the pole when them food stamps get cut out. I'm sorry. I know
It's coming.
I'm gonna tell you. I hate to say this.
They already doing it.
If they ain't
they already going to the extreme.
They already doing it anyway, because they feel like they're getting overnight money. But it's gonna be a lot of women setting dudes up. There's gonna be a lot of women hustling when they cut them food stamps out. Watch the drip. But
this is why you gotta be right with God.
That's why you gotta be right with God. And you gotta stop, ladies. Y'all gotta stop getting with men that want you for your booty and your booty, but don't want you for who you are. Because what happened is he play up on you and he put a baby in you. You cannot hold a man down with sex when everybody giving away coochie for free.
Yeah.
So sex don't grab a man. I don't know where y'all get that from. Ooh, girl, I'm gonna put this butt on. You put it on him, somebody else gonna put it on him too. You know what I'm saying? So what you gotta do, educate yourself, and you gotta put God first. You gotta have a plan. You don't have a plan, you plan to fail. You plan if you plan to fail, you already failed. So if you don't have a plan. So my point is that most women out there, we put ourselves involved in a situation to where our kids suffer, till we suffer because we choose the wrong man to lay up with. And you thinking that because he put a baby in you, he gonna stay with you. No, he's gonna move around. Now you run around trying to try it again, hoping you find another man and let him be a baby dad. For you got about 4 or 5 baby dads.
Then they gonna come in, try to be nice, get some ice cream to the children. You know what I'm saying? Hey, mama, come to the back of the room.
They gonna play daddy. They gonna play
move
daddy.
over, little boy. I gotta talk to you, mama.
Move around.
I got some business talk with your mama real quick.
No. You gonna say, I knew daddy. You know what I'm saying? He cool. But our new daddy is up the game. He gaming.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He run the game just to get mama.
sexy.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
I
and
come
so,
over here for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You see me around for maybe 2 weeks.
he might take you out to the park, spend some money. But you got to have foundation. You got to have God as foundation. I'm just being honest. Women, I'm a man. I done did it all. I done played it all. I done played like I love you. I played like I like you. I done lived that life. So if you're going to get something in your life, you want somebody that's going to love you for who you are. I don't care how many kids you have. You got to have foundation. You got to have God in your life somewhere to guide you, instruct you, and open your eyes to people who only want to take advantage of you, not pour into you, but take away from you. And one thing about people, we are selfish creatures. We always say what we want to say to get what we want. And so we'll say the sweet stuff just to get the sweet stuff. Y'all catch that later.
Yeah.
We say the sweet stuff just to get the sweet stuff.
Yeah.
And so you got to be careful. Everything is sweet ain't always good. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that really want to help you, his first desire is to first build you and make sure he bring the best out of you. Any man that want to take. I tell people all the time, they're going to laugh at this, but it's real. You know, you ever have a layaway and you put something in layaway, you don't want to just buy it, you just want to pay on it. Anytime a man got you in a layaway for years and years and years, tell him to take you off the shelf and put you back on the line. Why? Because even if he paid on you, your light bill, your car, you don't owe him nothing. You in the layaway. He don't own you until he paid for you. If he don't marry you, you still in the layaway. Tell him to put you back on the shelf, on the line, where somebody can come and buy you and wear you that really want you. Because when you really want something, you don't put it in the layaway. You just buy it. And that's just how it is. A lot of women's in the layaway, so they get layaway treatment. I pay your light, I pay your bill, but I ain't gonna marry you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always go with the mindset.
You know, I ain't ready to wear you where everybody can see you on me. You know what I'm saying? I just keep you in the layaway and letting you know I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get there one day, but not right now. This ain't, you know, you still in the layaway.
It depends on the situation.
And you lose everything. And one thing about a layaway though, when you decide to walk away from it, you don't get your money back. Y'all catch that later on. You don't owe him nothing. So cause he pay your bill, don't mean you owe him nothing. And I know some men gonna get mad at that, but when you start paying this for a woman paying, and you think she owe you something, you know, hey, I paid your bill, little mama. You know, I paid your car note. Come on now, you know, hey, you gotta do something for me.
Boom, that's where it gets shut down.
Nah, now, I mean, I'm talking about, I can quick, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? How can I get that? What is it gonna be? They would say 150, all right, bet. But if me paying the bills and the lights and stuff, I gotta like you. I mean, it's gotta be something for.
You old school.
Now, you gotta add
for
Trick
me,
that be on this show.
yeah.
Add the Trick. He ain't like that.
I give you 150.
Trick gonna pay the bills and
I goddamn mean.
find a need out of you. Yeah, now you need me.
If I want you to want to need me, you know what I'm saying? That's what Corey said. Corey be on that stuff. He said, I want you to need me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? Take you out to eat, do all this other stuff, but it gotta be some type of
But you
bond.
just say you pay 150.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
You pay 150.
When the lights come up, they gonna think about you when you
where you get 150?
150?
Where you get 150?
I just threw that out there.
Yeah,
That must be a discount on that.
yeah.
They talking about 500, 1,000.
Oh, what they say?
Man, that's what they saying. They got what? You better wake up. 150 is
Hell nah. You get the best of them for 150.
Wow. Well, I ain't in that lane no more. I heard it was 500.
Hey man.
It's a variable rate.
She gotta be
It ain't a fixed rate.
150 real quick. You know what I'm saying?
150 was back in 87. Man.
No, man.
It's 150.
2025.
I mean, just even with $40.
No, no more $40 no more.
But I'm talking about for the Oh, nah.
That was the
$40. Y'all play too much.
But I'm saying if I'm spending on the lights and electricity,
so you wouldn't have paid 150 and get on over with it.
That's just for a quick. That's why I gotta stay away from the drinking and everything like that or whatever like that. Because if he went on the drinking nights, you know what I'm saying? Be like, if I was on that, I was on that, you know what I'm saying? I'll be out the way. I'll be out the way, but me paying for her electricity bill, and I know I'm taking care of her household. I must be going over there.
Wait.
Hold up. Did she owe you something?
We looking out for each other.
If you did, okay, but listen.
If I did that,
what I'm saying, if you did that and she didn't give you nothing, I feel like she owe you something.
What I'm saying is,
I would never do it, and I'm not getting nothing.
I hate to go spiritual there, but God said let there be lights, and let's say you the one who let there be lights on.
I don't like you that much to pay your bills. I don't like y'all. I don't like you like that to pay. I don't like you like that to pay your. I ain't got money like that. I ain't got. I don't know. Maybe them niggas. Maybe them people who got all that money there, they just feel like doing that. But even if I still had that money, I wouldn't even do that.
Hey, ladies,
I wouldn't. Because now you my responsibility.
If they don't marry you.
Responsibility.
They ain't the right one. If they don't put a ring on it,
they put a ring on it.
Don't let them put the ding on it.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. It's not
if it's not my, I feel like that's it turns into my responsibility. And
now. Some women don't want to get married though. Let's go back to that. But if you, these young women don't want to get married.
Want to live like guys. Like I want to live like a guy. Yeah. I want to.
So don't expect get married thing. Married women want to act single, and single women want to act married. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? If you decide that you want to have fun.
See, I've been on that side before. I've been married before.
Man, nothing been married. It's good when you got the right one.
When you got the right one.
You got the right one.
In the one that you might not feel the right one, you get God tying up the mold and shape of. But man, ain't nothing wrong with being married. Marriage can almost keep you out of trouble. Not some people, because some people still cheat. But at least you have somebody to monitor you when you're married. You know what I'm saying? Hey, where you at?
Yeah, something.
Where you going?
You sense of responsibility because Kevin Gates and his love that was 40 days and done.
Yeah, they.
I don't know for me.
It depends on where you get it from too. If you get it from the club, you gonna get club out of it. And if you get it from the church, make sure the church in it. Because everybody that go to church don't mean they love God.
But see, sometimes they can be a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing.
What I said.
I talked about it. My ex-wife was a wolf in sheep's clothing, and she told me, she said, I thought you was gonna be, before I started doing what I was gonna do, she said, I thought you was gonna be something, and this is why I got with you.
Yeah, some of them will go
she thought that I was gonna, she said everything, she did everything that I like.
You gonna be something.
She thought that I was gonna have just have this money, this abundance of things, and it was gonna shower onto her. But as soon as I cut it, that's when I got blessed.
Women got game just like men got game. Everybody trying to game.
That was she did. She ran it on me.
You think you peeping her out? She done peep you out. She peeping, seeing you peeping. You know, you got.
Soon as we got married, look.
Yeah, they can see you.
Soon as we got married, the whole it switched. It switched. I was like, oh nah. And then I tried to stay with it because I was like, okay, under God, I'm trying to work it out. But I feel like if I didn't go through what I went through with her, I would never be where I'm at now.
Yeah, but most women, I'm gonna be honest, man. Even everybody in it for something. But you got some people that got foundation relationship. Anytime you don't have a foundation relationship, then it becomes selfish. Anytime it becomes selfish, it becomes ambition. And so when you end up with a relationship that don't have no balance, and so people's taking. Every time you want somebody want their way, they take it but never giving in to it, then it's gonna always be a problem. But you gotta remember, everybody have a motive. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if one marry you because you're handsome, that's a motive. I don't care if they marry you because your sex is good, that's a motive. I don't care if they marry you because you got money, that's a motive. So when you have bad motive, then when that thing run out, when that thing don't produce what it's supposed to produce, then now you want to say, this ain't what I want. And I'm going to tell you something about people, man. If a person don't love you for who you is, man, I don't care how you try to impress them, it's never enough. I don't care how much you try to do. If they don't want you because of who you are, everything you try to do, man, it ain't going to work because it's always somebody. I'm going to tell you something about a woman. A woman very deceitful. A woman can lie to you in tears in the eye. She can look you right in your eye and tell you, baby, I love you. I ain't never gonna cheat on you. I ain't gonna never do nothing to hurt you. She'll look in your eye and won't feel no guilt. And she got a man way across the street, or he on his job or whatever. But a man, we know we get to a point to where we just, hey, man, I messed up. It bothered her. A woman, she can walk and smile and love on you like she ain't did nothing. Lay beside you and just had a man 2 days ago or 2 hours ago and won't feel no guilt, no shame. Why? Because she's a very deceitful creature. Now watch this. That's why you have to be careful who you marry. Even when you get married, the Bible said, trust no man. This is what people got to understand. You don't know what a person would do. This is the reason why you got to have God in the equation in your situation. You got to put God in the situation because God can help you to control your flesh when you are weak. Don't tell me, I don't care how men try to put it. Satan know how to put the right woman in front of you. Say the right thing. But he'll catch you at the right time, vulnerable in a bad situation. After y'all done got through arguing, like y'all done got into it, the money ain't, you done got fired, she tripping, somebody brought, he'll wait till everything is so bad that he'll bring that woman right there. And she have her word be so smooth when she speak to you. Right. This other woman just say, what you want, man? And she said, hey, how can I help you? How you doing? You like, man, she's sweet. And this girl at home, I'm taking care of her. And she cussing me out. I'm paying bills. She disrespecting me, called me niggas and B's and H's, and she disrespecting me. And I'm still taking care of her. And here this woman got older, like she got older right now. So she fine, ain't got no scratch marks. So Satan bad, man. Her hair is real, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, and she bowleg. I'm just messing with y'all. I got y'all there. What's that? I'm just messing with y'all.
Like a serpent, I'm telling you.
And look here, what's that? Her skin is smooth, what's that? So he put exactly what's in front of you that's deceiving. But here's the catch to everything in life. You got to have a system that when you meet a woman, you got to make sure she fit your spiritual needs. If you poured her in for your physical need, Satan can always replace the physical, but he can't replace the spiritual. He can't do that. He can always replace the body, the look, all that physical. But spiritually, it take a pervert woman. And when you got a woman, when you spiritual and she spiritual, y'all can work some stuff. Y'all can have some issues, but at the end of the day, God can wear it out. So everybody's tempted. I don't care, but it's your belief system that makes you be who you are. If you got a belief system that everything you see is shake and rumble, you got to follow it. That's what you're going to do. But I learned, because she fine, she ain't mine. I learned that every time, and
just
y'all
your
can
turn.
be guilty. Have you ever slept
Just
with a
your
woman
turn.
and after you got it and you said, that wasn't even, oh man, why do that? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I think it was. It ain't what, listen man, so a man think, y'all gotta remember, you can make yourself believe anything. You can make yourself, man, I got to get this. Then after you get it, you be like, dang. Change your belief system, you'll change your action, man. And what make a good man, man? I'm just being what make a good woman? A God-fearing woman, a God-fearing man that obey God, not just go to church. Because people go to church don't mean they obey God.
Why do you think a hunter goes out and hunt a lion, kills the lion, seeking the lion all the time, kills it, puts it on his mantle? Why does he go back out and hunt again?
You're not satisfied.
Yeah, that's the problem, man, right there.
We hunt, and once we get it, we want to hunt again.
Put on the wall, we look at it for a little bit, be like, yeah, this ain't enough. Let me get back out there.
Let me get back
Whether
out there.
small line, bigger line, white line, black line.
Let me
Go back out there. Let me get it. I got to put another head on this mantle.
But your belief system have to change.
Exactly.
Anytime your belief system change, I promise you, man. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I remember when I was coming up and I used to see a fine woman and I look at her. You know why I realized why I don't need to look at her no more? I can make my mind believe that, man, she look good. But when I realized she's going mind her own business,
that's all I gotta do.
I'm just tripping. I look at it, man, I don't want to waste my time thinking about that.
That's all I gotta do. I gotta, something gotta turn it off. Like, even
Turn it off. Turn it off. She's fine, like, but you know, I tell my mind, she ain't mine.
I gotta turn something off.
Yeah, she ain't mine. So why waste my time?
Right.
Why waste my time playing with my mind when, and then watch this. Let's go deeper. Say that I got my thing. You know, I'm me. You know me. You know I got my money on. I'm looking good. I know it's a chance I can get you. Watch this. It's a chance I can get you. But you know what I learned though? Man, when you don't have foundation and you get with this woman, you're gonna find out she crazy, she cuckoo, she like to argue. She like to keep stuff up. She like to get in your phone while you sleep. You trying to sleep, she dipping and going in the bathroom.
she disturbing your peace. You can't even sleep.
Yeah. Trying to see who, and so who want to live like that? Let me tell you, I was listening to you. I can, you wonder why I got 4 baby mama. Why I got this? Why you got? They're gonna want that. And you've been married before. The thing is, you can't allow your past experience to make you become who you don't want to be. That's what we got to be careful. Because you have a lot of bad experience don't mean all women bad.
Right.
I hate when women say all men dog. That's not a lie. I might have been a dog, but today I might be a bear. I might be a lamb. Yeah. I don't because I used to bark, don't mean I'm keep barking.
Yeah.
That's in my stage of life when I was a babe. Exactly. But once I realized, man, what I thought what was like, what I thought I was chasing, it ain't all of that, man. It's just how you think. But when you got somebody that love you for you got somebody ready to build with you, you got somebody that will be with you when you're going through trials and tribulation, ain't gonna try to get out the boat cause it's flooding, then you got you something special.
Yeah.
And these days, these women and these men are selfish because we're a selfish creature and we want everything our way. But when you're a real king, a woman can sense a king. I don't care what you say. A woman knows a king. And that's what she desires. She want to feel protected. She want to feel loved. She want to feel valued. She want to feel like that you can bring the best out of her. You can produce too. You got to learn how to produce some things because some people don't even know who they is till you produce it out of them. And so when a woman see a man like that have some integrity by himself, she know you don't find those kind of men around. Everybody want to play and lay. But you got some people want to stay too.
Yeah.
You got some people want to, keep what's real. You got some people ain't got time. It depends on how you value life. I value life through a family. I value life when my baby walk in and say, hey, daddy. I value life when we sit down and watch a movie and we ain't arguing every time. Who want to be in a freaking relationship every time we argue about everything? It's too cold in here.
Yeah.
What your cousin want? Why your mama always coming over here? And why your sister want to borrow some money? And why you doing this? And who you hanging with? When you coming home? When you gonna do this? Why you ain't did this? You gave them some money. You ain't give me no money. Why is you doing it? Okay, who was that? Okay, tell me where you going? And then why you always staying out at night? It's just too much. Nobody want to be at war.
Come on.
People want to be at peace. Nobody want a relationship that's at war.
Right.
That's facts, man. With that being said, man, this is we need to have these kind of powwows a little more often, man. We need to have it more often. For those that don't know, of course, the official cam guy, Bishop, be like, let me let y'all take yourselves out. It says, tell them where to follow y'all, how to, whatever social medias y'all on. Yeah,
Jam Vision's cam guy. Hey, man, your shooter's favorite shooter. You can follow me on my YouTube channel, Jam Visions, JAMVISIONS, Cam God, CAMGOD, or Instagram. You can put Jam Visions in there, or you can put Cam God. You know what I mean? The stamp, any picture that you see that's out, stamp Nipsey Hussle, Young Dolph, especially the We The Ones comedy tour with Mike Epps, Corey Holcomb, Mojo Brooks, Country Wayne, Ha Ha Davis, the Sensei Carlos Miller, also got the 85 South show. They got their tour about to drop. You know what I mean? Shout out BMN as well shows. They got, they the ones that brought the We The Ones comedy tour, and they also got other shows that's coming out, the R&B. And then any other thing I got going on, but yeah.
You too big, man. I feel like a little peon.
Nah.
What is your favorite 3 shots over the past year? Not the past 365 days since this time from last year. What are your 3 favorite shots?
What you mean? Who I was shooting with?
Nah, just picture that you like, man.
Picture? Man.
You honed in on 3.
The 3, I mean, because I've been on a shoot. I mean, I got my boy Charleston. We got some shots. Cause you said 365. It ain't even been passed. Cause we was just on. I just did the We The Ones comedy tour, and then I did the one with Tyrese. Yes, we had the R&B Forever tour. Yeah. Tyrese, Genuine, Silk, Tank. They had Tevin Campbell on there. Yeah. The ones with TGT. Yeah, what a TGT.
Oh, that's history.
Then I had the Big X to plug before the year went out. Bun B.
Oh yeah.
Did Bun B. That was before the year went out. Then we started with the We the Ones comedy tours. And any pictures with Mike? We went to Mike Epps, his house in Indiana. Cause he bought the whole block.
Yeah, he bought the whole block.
So that was history right there too. You know what I mean?
I like Mike Epps. I just like his who he is. Just a real guy.
No, Mike Epps. He got his name, but yeah.
Illuminati got
Mike Epps.
I don't believe in them a lot.
Mike Epps, he 100, man.
But I just like how he is. And then I like some of the story he tell, he had all this, but he really was never happy. And people only, draw out to him because of what he have. And that's his life.
He showed love. And I think from the people from being on tour with him and what was monumental to me is because his shows that he's done. All right, so I used to be in Kansas City. So the whole tour, we can go on in different states. And some of the states I've lived at, you know what I mean? So for me to go back there, like Kansas City, and I remember going to one of his shows with this one chick, you know what I mean? And I told her, I said, I'm gonna be something to watch. I'm gonna be over here shooting this show, you know what I mean? I'll be over here doing this stuff. And my footage that I had, it was so low graded, I wouldn't even shoot with a camera with a phone. But yeah, I'm saying that I was gonna be shooting with him, and then to be working with him, and it's been 100. Everybody that I seen backstage with him, even just older people, I might not know who the hell they was, cousins, friends. He been rocking with them and being solid with a lot of people he always been 100 with everybody, so he ain't never lost where he came from or anything like that.
He ain't got too big.
You know what I mean? His brothers was all on point, you know what I mean? Shout out Aaron Epps, you know what I'm saying?
Some people let money change them, money shape them, but when you used to money and you understand you come from somewhere. You learn to be humble. But I like to say this here though. I'm Bishop Eli Jacob, the minister Keep It Real. Yeah. Now I don't know, you can just catch me on Instagram. Now, I don't know how to do Instagram because my wife is the one. They teach me. I'm just getting involved in this. And so I'm just a preacher. Listen, our church is 8517 Cyan Road in Dallas, Texas, right there in the Grove, PG, they call it. You got to be there at 11 o'clock service. We have a good time in the Grove. Yes. You come as you are. It's a real church for real people. Now, all you people that, because I got to say this and joke on mine. All you crazy folks that say, hey, Bishop, why you on RealLyfe Street Star? I want to be around real brothers. We can talk about real issues. They talked about Jesus because he went and sat with sinners. He went to places that most preachers would not go. Most his disciples would not go. Why? And they questioned him because end of the day, if I can sit beside this brother and don't feel like I'm better than him, he can feel what's real. Real folks can feel what's real. Yeah. They ain't trying to hear a sermon. They trying to see a sermon. He got something that I can gain and learn from. He got some things that he done experienced that I can gain. That's why the Bible said iron sharpen iron.
Right.
Because you have a title, because you call yourself a Christian, Muslim, whatever, nobody care about your title. Do you care about people? So when we connect, this is a different geographic place I never been. I never been in this type of geographic and people that I'm around. But I have learned a lot, connect with people, because I became isolate myself.
Michelle shot.
I put myself in a box. But Jesus didn't become what they was. Jesus was hoping they become to who he was. And so if I connect and with anybody, I'm connected with them because I want you to feel what we saying is real. We're not trying to sell your story. We're not trying to be popular. This brother come from nowhere, and he can show you, if he can come out the hood, if he can connect with certain people, what's stopping you? Look at Joker. Y'all don't know his story. Y'all looking at people glory, but you don't know their story. So you don't know what they went to get where they at. So when you see me, I'm that little boy that come from the hood that went to prison for 15 years. I'm that same child that you said would never be nothing. I'm that same child that had 40 years. I'm that same child that growed up without a father in the hood, in my house, a mother who struggled to pay bills, a mother who went through a lot and almost lost her mind because she felt like she wasn't good enough as a mother, but I still made it. So when you hear my story, when you see me, all you church folk that's too saved and thinking that, I'm not doing what that pastor named Michael Todd and telling you tissue roll, do whatever you want to do and drop it like it hot. I'm telling you, you got to live the Bible. You got to live holy. But I also telling you, because you saved, don't think you better than other folks. Paul said he became all things. You got to come where people at. And they're not going to receive you if you think you're better than them. So my church is for broken people. Jesus said I was anointed to set the captive free and heal a broken heart. I was not anointed to raise money. I was not anointed for you to buy me a Rolls Royce. I was not anointed for you to pay for me a mansion. No, I was anointed that God saved me to show somebody who may go through what I went through, been through, or in what I'm in, came out of. I'm here to show you that God can do it for me. He can do it for you. I'm that child that tell that mother, don't you give up on your child. I'm that child that say, mama, you prayed, but your prayer's not in vain. Trust God. The same way he brought me out, he can bring you out. But you have to get on RealLyfe Street Star and to find out. Yeah. The real star is Jesus Christ. He just used us to let you know he accept you just where you at. He asking you, try me, and you watch your life change. Why? Because we a prime example. We come from nothing.
Come on. I got to say, I have to say thank you for coming on, because I know you get a lot of flack, a lot of criticism for being a man of God and being a man of the church house and still coming out here and telling a real story. And again, all you do is keep it real. And I got to thank you for doing that. And like you said, your church is for broken people. I've been to some sermons. It's not only for broken people, it's for healed people that's around broken things. So please, definitely rewind. We're going to put the address in the description. Make a journey to his church. Because again,
your life gonna change. Over there, we don't play no games. We whoop the devil tail over there. It's just real. You gonna come and say, wow.
Come on.
This is God.
Right.
We ain't gonna entertain you, but we gonna put a stain on your brain and we gonna change you. I promise you. You come there, boy, you gonna find out. It's the power up in that house.
There you go, man. With that being said, to the next one, man, we're gonna have another conversation soon, man. But we appreciate y'all, man. We out. Hey.